Hey everyone, here's part two of female physique review for the 2015 OPA season. So, we spoke about a few things in part one. Let's continue and not waste any time. Okay, so let's talk about posing. Okay, to some posing, it's like, comes very natural, some are not. But regardless, you still got to practice all the time because it should look very natural. Within the first 2015 season, what I've noticed is that, same as other categories, it's pretty much identical to a couple of things. Is that even bodybuilder does it. It's shaking during poses, okay? But of course, it's not like I wouldn't say intentional, okay? Some guys like in bodybuilding, they're actually intentionally because they saw Ronnie Coleman video how they like to bounce, okay? And that's not the case. In female physique, majority of the time when I see shaking, it's because there's no muscle endurance or it could be nervous. But regardless, we can't compensate you for whatever reason it is. You just have to bring your best posing conditioning, okay? Which means that you should, the minute head judge calls the pose, your arms, legs, everything should be set up. Boom, lock it in and hold your poses. Okay, I shouldn't see your diaphragm going in and out, your chest up and down. Okay, arms are shaking. Okay, fingers are stiff, like in an awkward way position instead of here having it up. Okay, so every small little details when you're 10 feet away from us and we're looking up at you, it's very noticeable. There's no place to hide under those lights that you're gonna have to pretty much show exactly everything as is, and we will find it if there is a mistakes or something that wasn't practiced or done properly. Okay, so practice. Muscle endurance is a lot to count for when it comes to posing. Okay, transitions. Okay, you gotta practice those transitions on all your quarter turns. Find someone that knows how to do proper quarter turns. Okay, and then custom to it. Posing is about being customizing to your physique. Okay, everybody's slightly different in terms of like from how wide your hip is, your shoulders to your clavicle. Okay, some look thicker on the side, some looks more wider in front, and some looks narrow. Okay, long torso, short torso, long legs, short legs. Okay, you always want to show your best and hide your worst, but regardless, it has to be tailored to you. Okay, there's some stuff that you might need to do that's different from your competitor to help enhance certain body parts which you're kind of lacking. Okay, and sometimes even just a little pivot, a little bit angled off, and lift us up a little bit. Okay, it makes a huge difference when you're on stage. Okay, so make sure you consult with somebody, film yourself, practice, see if it looks right. Don't just go on YouTube, find a video, compare it to somebody, okay, when their physique is totally different from you structurally. Okay, find someone that knows how to do posing, that will give an honest eye to tell you, no, that pose won't work for you in your routine. Or either that, when you hit a mandatory pose, saying, you know what, for you, when you do one leg back, you need to extend it further back. Or not as extended back, closer, more narrow, maybe wider. Okay, all those things have to be looked for. Okay, is your weight centered, or is it pivot to run, or is it lean towards one way or the other? Okay, you always need an honest opinion from somebody who knows the sport and knows the category. Okay, you can ask your parents or your best friend; they're always gonna tell you, "Oh, you look the bomb, you look great," but of course, they're your friends. It's their opinion. They're not gonna tell you somebody looks better than you, okay? But unless your friends compete or it's your boyfriend that competes, okay? Someone who's not biased and would tell you honestly, you know what, you gotta work on that, okay? So always try to drive for honesty, okay? That's what's gonna get you further. The more brutal you are with yourself, but be honest, but be able to take it and improve on it and use it as great positive energy, okay? That would be the best. Okay, now foot placement, like I said, make sure it conforms to your type of body. If it makes you look short and stubby, no good. If it makes you look tall and lanky, no good. If you're too narrow, no good. Okay, make sure you find the right key point on starting with the foundation. Where's your feet turn out, turn in, how wide, how narrow, okay, more back, more front, okay, everything affects you, your physique. So make sure you practice on it, okay, and finger stiffness. The rest of your body can look great, but if all of a sudden your hands start stiffening up, it just doesn't look graceful. You're still a female, and as a female athlete, you should present yourself in a certain ways where it looks graceful. Okay? All right. Now, in terms of routine-wise, some of them are too typical. It's like if you're just gonna pull off mandatory posing, then it's kind of like a little bit boring. It's your chance to be creative. It's your chance to have fun. Although the points doesn't count, kind of thing, like for routine, but it's a great way to show off your potential. It's a great way to really break out of the box, like, into a different zone where you always want to try that move. You always want to do that. But same thing, just because you like a certain poses doesn't mean it conforms with you, or, it really works for your body type. Maybe not now, but maybe next year, and when your body grows into it. Okay, so always try to film yourself, check yourself, take pictures. Okay, ask somebody. Okay, somebody that will be very honest with you. Okay, all right. So try to go for a little bit less rigid, like typical mandatory posing. Okay, do something that's like more your style, your music. Okay, all right. So physique wise, of course, female physique, you need to have size too. But you, at the same time, you stay very feminine, absolutely not bulky. Okay, so make sure when it comes to size, you have to have that outer shape. I keep talking about outer shape for every category. You gotta have it. You can't be a string bean. You can't be like just full of curves. But yeah, it's one big curve, not like muscle. One, two. Okay, everything has its starting point and end point. Start point, end point. Start point, end point. Okay. So from insert to insert, insert to insert, it will bring that roundness in. Okay. Now I can't really expand on saying, oh, did that come from training and this and that? You're gonna have to consult with somebody. Okay. Everyone's slightly different. Everyone's insert point slightly different. Training methods, everything. So, but you have to bring the exterior shape. Okay. You look at yourself like a silhouette. You've got to bring it in. Okay. Make sure everything is rounded, pleasant to look at, not a straight stick and not a big thick log. Okay. So that's one of the first things you need to look for. Okay, is to find that mistake of what am I missing. Okay, be honest to yourself. So we talk about exterior shape next. Okay, let's talk about let's talk about conditioning. Okay, in terms of conditioning, okay, this season, one of the biggest thing is I find everyone's great on top. From the waist up, fantastic. You're tight, skins are thin, okay, you're in condition. But our eye level, it's pretty much where your feet is. We look up at you, so we start looking from the bottom up. Even right from the bottom, the calves has no definition. Okay, it's thick skin. Secondly, then look up into the hamstring area. Hamstring has no separations. Even if it's a relaxed stand or however so, you should be so conditioned that we can see the skin nicely wrapped around your muscle. There's a bit of separations that you can see even on relaxed stands. And then it goes straight up to the glutes, how it connect with no bum sag, of course. Okay, no under smile. Okay, everything is tight in. The bum is not wide sticking out. Okay, so it creates the exterior shape. Now you look towards the details. Okay, but the bottom seems that this year it's always been very hard for female. It's been looking soft. Maybe it's because everyone's trying to downsize their legs, because a lot of female athletes got great legs, but you got to downsize it, okay, to match the upper body proportion. Okay, all right, so here's another video, part 2. Let's go to part 3. All right, and continue.